Welcome to First Grade ELA Tidbits, your game plan for week-by-week skills block wins. I'm Amanda Smith, your curriculum specialist. This week, we're going to dive into Cycle 14. Step 1 of our cycle game plan is to name and unpack the spelling generalizations and important understandings and essential skills and concepts. In Skills Block Cycle 14, students are introduced to long vowel sounds through open syllables. Instruction begins with single-syllable words and then progresses to two-syllable words, pairing an open syllable with a closed syllable. For example, the word moment, or with another open syllable like hero. Students are explicitly taught to use vowel sounds to identify syllable types and decode multisyllabic words, which significantly expands the words they can read and write, while continuing work with inflectional endings for plural nouns and verb actions. Let's see this in action. Watch it with this next word.
We are going to start by labeling our vowels. Then we're going to make the bridge connecting those two vowels and label our consonant. I recognize this pattern as the VCV pattern, and I know that there are two ways to split this pattern. Most commonly, this pattern is split between the vowel and the first consonant. I'm going to try that here first. Now I'm ready to decode and label my syllable types. My first syllable type is open. My second syllable type is closed. When I decode this word, it decodes as the first syllable, pre, the second syllable, vent, prevent.
Now it's your turn. You go ahead and pause the video here and practice these nonsense words. All right, let's check our work. Is that what you got? All right, so our second step in our cycle game plan is understanding what's happening this week, the standards, the routines, the assessments. In Cycle 14, students move, like we talked about, from decoding two-syllable closed syllable words to reading two-syllable words with open syllables and long vowel sounds. And they do this using Syllable Sleuth and explicit vowel sound analysis. Students apply this learning across decoding, spelling, and interactive writing while also practicing high-frequency words. This cycle concludes with an assessment that measures students' ability to decode and spell words with both closed and open syllables, providing clear data to guide goal setting and small group instruction. Step 3 of the cycle game plan is diving into a portion of the lesson to see how the new learning shows up. Lesson 71 introduces Syllable Sleuth. Our first word is HUMID. And the teacher will walk students through the process of Syllable Sleuth, reminding them that a sleuth is like a detective. They look for clues to figure something out. We're going to look for clues to help us figure out how to break longer words into parts so we can read them. So our first word is this one. The first thing that we're going to do is label our vowel sounds. Then we're going to draw a bridge, and then we're going to label our consonant. We know that this is a VCV pattern, and we also know that 75% of our words are divided between the first vowel and the consonant. So I'm going to try that now. I'm going to label my first syllable. It's an open syllable, and my next syllable is a closed syllable. So then when I pronounce it, humid. All right, let's look at this next word. Let's practice. We're going to label our vowels, draw our bridge, label our consonants, divide the word, label our first syllable, open. Our second syllable is a closed syllable. Then we're going to pronounce it, topaz. Step 4 in our cycle game plan is planning just-in-time support. So now that we've had a chance to review these things and dive into Cycle 14, we're better able to identify misconceptions and plan ahead for just-in-time supports. So if students struggle to hear the difference in long and short vowels, then you're going to want to orally contrast word pairs like me and met, go and got. Stretch the vowel sound and have students identify which vowel is long and why. If students struggle to recognize open syllables once we introduce print, then you need to have them ask themselves, does the syllable end in a vowel, and is the vowel saying its name? Then you want to explicitly name the syllable type. If students struggle to apply syllabication during decodable reading, don't give them the word. Instead, prompt with strategy language. Tell them, break it into syllables. Check the vowel sound. And if some students are showing early mastery, then you could have them sort words into closed syllable, open syllable, or mixed syllables, and have them orally explain why each word belongs in that category. That moves students from identification to reasoning, and this builds metacognitive language around syllable types. Thank you for joining me for this week's Tidbits. Remember, you can access the full Tidbits deck using the Bitly. The slides include my detailed notes and links to the resources discussed. See you back next time.